Chosen one, stop scrolling. You need to hear this right now. This is not just another video. This is your confirmation. You did not land here by mistake. God led you here because it is urgent. Something divine is happening in your life. Whether you see it or not, the signs are everywhere. The real question is, are you noticing them? God has been trying to get your attention again and again, through dreams, through people, through delays, through strange coincidences. These moments are not random. Heaven is gently tapping on your shoulder. If you are watching this right now, this is your moment of awakening. This message is not for everyone. It is for the chosen. And if your spirit stirred just now, then you already know this is for you. You have been praying. You have been crying out. You have been asking God when, why, how much longer. Now, He is answering, not with words, but through signs, through shifts, through synchronicities. If you do not recognize what is happening, you might miss what is already yours. Before we dive into these life-changing signs that God is showing you, I want you to do 3 things with intention. Like this video to align yourself with the energy of confirmation. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. And type the number 99 in the comments. This number carries divine alignment and prophetic acceleration. This is not superstition. It is spiritual alignment. The enemy wants you distracted, but if you are still here watching, it means your spirit is awake. You are ready to see what others cannot. You are ready to walk into the purpose God has placed over your life. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this video ends, something inside you will shift spiritually, emotionally, and maybe even physically. You will never see these signs the same way again. Let us begin right now. God is placing signs in front of you, not just once, not just twice, but again and again. You are seeing 1111, 333, 444. You feel the energy shift in the room. You feel chills at random moments, but instead of being still, you keep scrolling. Instead of listening, you distract yourself. God is asking, how many more times must I speak before you finally listen? These signs are not for entertainment. They are warnings. They are wake-up calls. You are not experiencing these moments by accident. You are being summoned. Everything in your world has felt off lately. That is not random. The atmosphere is vibrating. The tension in your spirit is real. The sudden emotions, the unshakable sense that something big is about to happen. This is your spirit being awakened. God is calling you out of the noise. He is trying to give you vision, but vision requires silence. It requires obedience. It requires alignment. That is why the signs are growing loud. Heaven knows that time is running out. Listen carefully. These repeating numbers, these unexplainable sensations, these spiritual nudges, they are not coincidences. They are divine disruption. You have been chosen to notice what others ignore. And now, more than ever, God is saying, if you do not listen when I whisper, I will shake the earth to get your attention. The ground beneath you is shifting. You are part of a spiritual movement, but you must respond. You must obey the call now. Lately, you have been jolted awake between 2 in the morning and 4. You roll over and check your phone. 3:30, 4:40. This is not random. It is not just happening once. It keeps repeating. This is not a sleep problem. It is a spiritual summon. God is waking you at that exact time. He is trying to make contact with you to pour into your spirit while the world is silent. But instead of rising, you go back to sleep. Instead of praying, you scream. You are ignoring the visiting. This is not the time to stay asleep. Not physically, not spiritually. The night hours are when the veil between heaven and earth is thin. It is the time when heaven tries to connect with those who are chosen. You are not being disturbed. You are being down. Right now, instructions are being given in the spirit. Assignments are being whispered. And God is looking for those who will respond in the night and carry fire in the day. You are not resting. You are being recruited. The reasons keeps happening is because something is about to be released. And God needs you. Not confused. Not spiritually late. When the shaking comes, it will be too late to pray. That is why the wake-up calls are coming now. God is saying, I am calling you early because what is coming will require power. And that power is built through obedience in the secret. Do not miss the meeting because you ignored them. You have felt it, the sudden heaviness in your chest, headaches that come from nowhere, deep waves of emotion crashing for no reason. 1 minute, you are calm. The next, you are overwhelmed or unch. This is not Andy. This is not your body breaking. This is your spirit picking up a disturbance in the atmosphere. It is happening because the realm around you is shifting. When something is about to manifest in the physical realm, those who are sensitive in the spirit feel it. You are not imagining. You are being warned through you. God speaks through feelings, through sensations, through restlessness. Why? Because he needs your attention. He tried to speak through, but now he is shaking you with pressure, and all of it is pointing to this. Heaven is preparing for impact, and your spirit knows it before your mind can understand. These shifts are not punishment. They are notifications. They are divine vibrance. The shaking is fine. The old is collapsing. The new is rising. You are feeling it now because you are not meant to act. You are meant to intercede, to align, speak. Your body is the alarm, but your spirit is the response. Do not silence the signal. Something massive is already. Have seen the signs, the chaos in the news. There is division everywhere. Nations are on edge, riots, rumors, reversals. People call it politics, but it is not. This is prophetic. This is heaven's alarm system going off in real time. God is allowing the tension to rise, not to destroy, but to expose. Every time another system breaks, another truth is revealed. Right now, everything built on lies is being exposed. False leaders, corrupt power, spiritual apathy. It is all being brought into the light. That is why everything feels unstable. But God is not surprised by what is happening. He ordained this shaking, because before he rebuilds, he must tear down what is false. This global unraveling is not the end. It is the beginning of something divine. In the coming days and weeks, more will be revealed. And if you are watching only with physical eyes, you will panic. But if you are tuned in with spiritual eyes, you will perceive the truth. This is not about news cycles. It is about prophetic timing. We are not just living through events. We are living through a divine countdown. And if you are feeling the urgency, that is because you have been marked to prepare others for what is about to break through the veil. Right now, God is sending his people signals in plain sight. 11:11, 3:33, 7:17. You feel chills at random. You walk into a room and feel like you have been there before. You dream dreams that feel more like memories than imagination. These are not strange moments. These are divine codes, and they are increasing in frequency because a gate is opening in the spirit realm. God is using these signs to get your attention, but you keep brushing them off. Every time you see that number patterns, that sudden coincidence, your spirit lights up. That is not for entertainment. That is heaven trying to guide you, align you, and protect you. The reason these signs are coming faster is because you are approaching something. The instructions are becoming urgent. The divine is moving swiftly. These synchronicities are heaven's way of bypassing your busy mind and speaking directly to your soul. When your logic will not listen, God speaks through patterns. When your faith is weak, he confirms through chills. And right now, he is saying, pay attention. I am with you. I am leading you. But you must follow. This is not random. It is a roadmap from the realm of eternity. And you are standing at the edge of the next divine turn. Lately, you have felt disconnected from people, from places, from even the things you used to love. The music does not feel the same. The conversations feel shallow. The things that once excited you now feel empty. That is not depression. That is separation. God is pulling you out because you are being set apart, and he is doing it now because something is coming that will require your full spiritual strength. You have been chosen, and chosen ones do not blend in. You have tried to stay where you were, but the pull is undeniable. You are being drawn into solitude, into silence, into an unfamiliar peace. That is not punishment, it is position. God removes you from the noise to prepare you for the roar. You are being refined in private because you will soon be revealed in purpose. You will be revealed in power, and it is already started in the next few days. Do not fight the disconnection. Embrace it. When God sets you apart, it is because what is coming to the world will not shake you the same way. You will walk in peace while others pant. Because you were prepared in the quiet, because created space around you to build something unshakable within you, are not alone. You are being refined for release. Something is happening right now in the spirit realm, and the veil between the seen and unseen is getting thinner each day. That is why people are dreaming more vivid. That is why they hear voices. They see shadows. They feel present. You are not crazy. You are not imagining. The spirit world is pressing closer because something is about to be revealed. God is allowing this spiritual pressure to make you aware. Why? Because the next wave will not be only spiritual. It will become visible. You will begin to see in ways you never expect. Prophetic dreams will accelerate. Sudden knowing will guide your decision. What once was invisible will now become undeniable. And it is all part of a divine strategy. You are being prepared to walk in power between two realms. In the coming days, do not be afraid of what you see, sense, or feel. Instead, sharpen your discernment. Strengthen your spirit. The thinning veil is not a threat. It is and it means that what has been hiding in darkness is about to be exposed. You were born for this moment, to walk with eyes wide open while others sleep. Right now, there are things moving in the spirit realm that the human eye cannot yet comprehend. You may not be able to explain it, but your spirit knows. You feel you feel you know something is coming, even if your mind cannot name it. That is because your soul has been tuned to frequencies the natural world cannot God designed you that way to feel first, to perceive and to be alerted before the good. That internal tension you have been carrying, that sudden stillness in the middle of a lie, that is not coincidence. That is your spirit catching the vibration of the coming. Heaven is whispering, but soon it will hear. In these coming days, trust what your soul is picking. You do not need all the answers. You need alignment. The hidden realm is preparing for manifestation, and the spiritually awake will move before others even understand. Do not wait to be proved. Be obedient when your spirit says. Your knowing is the confidence. Your sensitivity is the speed. Everywhere you look, things are like. Again and again, you hear a word, and then you think a thought, and someone. You feel led to a place, and a divine encounter This is not coincidence. This is divine. God is laying out a map in real time, and only those who are spiritually sensitive can. The synchronicities are coming faster because your assignment is exciting. You are not being guided by logic anymore. You are being led by the Spirit. That is why people around you do not understand your moves. They are watching with human eyes, but you are walking by divine guidance. Every alignment, every confirmation, it is preparing you for the next open door. In the coming days, trust the map. The more you obey, the clearer the signs will become. God is not leading you in circles. He is leading you into destiny, but only those who recognize the patterns will make the turn. Pay attention, speak less, watch more. What feels random is really God pointing you toward your next divine appointment. This is not the time to guess. This is the time to move with precision. Right now, heaven is releasing specific instructions to pray, to disconnect too fast, to speak, to stay silent. You have been feeling the nudges, the whispers, the pull that is not just inspiration. It is command, and those who obey will be protected in the shaking that is about to come. You do not need more information. You need obedience. The instructions will not always make sense, but that is the point. Faith comes before understanding. Right now, God is testing your ears, not your mind. Will you move when He says move? Will you stop when He says pause? Because divine protection is tied to divine alignment. In the next few days, you will be prompted clearly, suddenly, and when it happens, do not hesitate. Act, speak, step away, let go, move forward. Whatever He tells you, do it without delay. The instruction may feel small, but it will unlock something massive. Obedience is your weapon. Alignment is your armor. You feel it. The air is heavier. The atmosphere has shifted. Even people who do not believe in the supernatural are saying, something feels off. That is not paranoia. That is prophecy unfolding. The spiritual climate has changed. Divine activity is increasing, and so is the resistance. God allows this tension for a reason. When the energy shifts, the spiritually alert ones prepare. The distracted ones complain, but you are not like the rest. You feel the change because you were born to respond to it. The sudden pressure, the subtle dread, the anticipation in your gut. It all means something is already being released. The next few days will bring spiritual turbulence, but do not fear the shift. Flow with it. Stay grounded. Speak light. Walk in faith. This energy is a sign, not of danger, but of transition. Heaven is acting. Angels are moving. The kingdom is advancing, and those who sense it now will lead when the wave finally breaks. You are not like everyone else. Deep down, you have always known that the noise of this world never satisfied you. You tried to fit in, but God kept calling you back. Why? Because you do not carry just talent, you carry divine DNA, and right now, that DNA is being activated. You are being separated, not because you are rejected, but because you are protected. God removes you before He reveals, and you have been wondering why you feel so disconnected lately, even from people you love. But it is not isolation, it is preparation. The shaking that is coming will drown out the distractions of this world. There are many voices, but the ones God has hidden will speak with clarity, with fire, with authority. That is, do not curse the separation. Do not chase the crowd. The separation is you have been marked, and now you are being mature. In the next few days, the pull away will intensify. Because what you are carrying cannot be contaminated. You are being prepared to release heaven on, and that kind of calling requires distance before it brings destiny. God has been waking you early, not just in the night, but in life. Before others understood, you sent. Before others felt it, you knew. Why? Because you are being prepared for something ahead of school. You are not behind, you are. And that is because your door is about to swing open suddenly. The reason for the warfare is what is waiting on the other side. Every attack, every delay, every confusion. It is because the enemy saw what was coming before you did, but now you are waking up. Now you are seeing it. And God is saying, get me. The door is within. What you have prayed for is about to. But only the prepared will walk through. The next few days are. Stay focused. Stay clean. Stay aligned. The door will not open with no. It will open with stillness. And when it does, it will not be time to knock. It will be time to walk. You are not waiting anymore. You are in. Your mind has been racing. Your thoughts are. You are restless, even when you are tired. That is not mentalness. That is not overthinking. That is divine download, trying to break. God has been trying to reach your but your mind is trying to process what your heart already knows. This restlessness is a message, not a mountain. God speaks in urgency, and right now, He is pushing truth through your nervous system. That tension is not random, it is no. You are on the edge of something, and your spirit is already stepping into it, even while your mind is still kept. In the next few days, do not suppress the restless. Sit it. Pray through it. Journal. Fast. Get quiet. Because, in that chaos, there is all. And once you recognize it, the noise will turn to ready. This is not a down. It is a breakthrough in disguise. Let this hit you deep. Something coming. This is not fear-mongering. This is not conceit. This is a truth being whispered to thousands across the earth right now, and only those who are spiritually awake will be protected. This is not about being perfect. It is about being pinned. God is drawing a line now. Those who are playing will fall. Those who are watching it. But those who are listening, truly listening, will be the ones who stand when others collapse because they did not wait until the shaking tear. They heard the call before the storm, and they run it. This is your time, not to fear, but to fight. Build altar, clean your spirit, cut the noise. The covering will come to the obedient. The protection will fall on. You are not here by accident. Something is coming, and you are being prepared right now. At this very moment, the ground beneath you is releasing a sound. Not a noise you can hear with your ears, but a frequency your spirit cannot ignore. Earthquakes, floods, climate, chaos. The world is groaning because it senses something divine and disruptive drawing near. This is not just nature reacting. It is creation crying out as heaven begins to shift the systems of man. If you have been feeling a weight in your soul, it is because your spirit hears the groan and knows what it means. You have been restless, but it is not emotional. It is elemental. Your spirit is syncing with the groaning of the earth. It knows something is coming, even if your mind has not named it yet. That pressure in your chest, that sudden need to withdraw from crowds that ache for deeper meaning. It is the sound of alignment. The world is trembling under the weight of what is forming, and you are trembling with it, because you carry part of the answer. God is awakening those who can hear what others cannot. You are not being dramatic. You are being activated. When the earth groans, heaven responds by raising up voices, vessels, visionaries, and you are one of them. That is why you feel the tension. That is why you feel the urgency. The ground is prophesying, and your spirit is hearing the warning before the world does. In the coming days, the shaking will increase. Not just in nature, but in souls. But the ones who have already felt it in the spirit will not be caught off guard in the natural. You are ahead of the wave because you are a carrier of the sound. Do not run from the feeling. Run toward the voice inside it. God is preparing to birth something massive, and your spirit has already gone into labor. You have done everything you can to stay in control of your job, your time, your emotions, your outcomes. But lately, nothing is working. Everything is shifting. What used to bring peace now brings pressure. What used to feel certain now feels unstable. That is not failure. That is divine surrender. God is taking the wheel, and He must remove your grip to put you on the right course. Right now, everything familiar is being shaken, because God is pushing you out of comfort and into alignment. The reason you feel confused is because He is interrupting the old patterns that no longer serve where He is taking. You are not crazy for feeling lost. You are being redirected. This loss of control is a spiritual GPS, rerouting your path. God is saying, I do not need you to manage this. I need you to move with it. The next level of your calling will not come through control. It will come through radical obedience. That means releasing what is not yours to carry, trusting Him even when it looks messy, walking by faith when there is no map. What feels like chaos is actually the beginning of divine order. The blueprint of heaven is rearranging your life. In the next days and weeks, God will ask you to release even more relationship, habits, identities, roles. Do not resist. Let go of the world. When you finally surrender what you cannot control, He will accelerate what He has already set in motion. The loss of control is not the end. It is the beginning of divine navigation. You have been wondering why your visibility seems dimmed, why things that should have launched did not, why people you poured into stopped showing, why doors that were once wide open suddenly shut tight. But let this truth hit you deep. God is not hiding. He is hiding, and He is doing it to protect what He is building inside. Right now, you are being held in a spiritual. Nobody sees it, but something sacred is. This is divine concealment. God hides the most powerful movements in silence before they are released. Just like seeds under the soil. The dirt is not, it is protected. God is keeping you out of sight until the version of you He needs is fully formed. You have prayed for impact. You have cried for purpose. But God cannot release you into public before you are rooted in pride. This hiding is not written. It is refined. He is stripping you of ego, distraction, and performance, because the next season will require clarity, purity, and only hidden places can grow that kind of. Do not fight the size. Do not crave the spot. In the coming days, you will begin to feel a strange rest, and when it comes, know your hiding season is about to. What has been forming in private will explode and they will say it wouldn't. But heaven knows it was strategic. Your life may feel like it is crumbling, like nothing is, and everything is unseen. But what feels like collapse is actually consumed. God does not build on broken foundations. So before He establishes the new, He must tear down the false. You are not breaking down. You are being rebuilt. This process is painful. It is pulling out the things you have leaned on for years. Titles, approval, plans, identities. But you cannot carry yesterday's bricks into tomorrow's bowl. God is dismantling your false supports because he is about to pour out something stronger. This destruction is it. In the midst of this chaos, God is forming a new framework. Not for your comfort, but for every piece he removes, he replaces with it. Every door that closes makes room for a divine gate to open. What looks like the end is actually the blueprint of your next. In the days ahead, the construction up, and while others see disaster, you will see any. Let the break happen. Let the all. Because when it's done, what God builds on the rubble will be undone. You have been saying, God, open the door. Show me the next. But what if it is not about God being low? What if he is waiting on your full surrender? You are not delayed because heaven is unsure. You are delayed because your yes is still conditional. God is ready. Are you? You are holding on to the how, then when, if. But heaven does not move through hesitation. The promises of God are released through full agreement. If you want to step into the fullness of your next season, you have to say yes before you see the map. God does not give clarity before commitment. He gives purpose to the ones who leap in faith. Right now, doors are swinging in the spirit. Opportunities are hovering over you, but they will not fall into your lap. They will unlock when you step into obedience. You have been given the sign, the confirmation, the nudge. Now God is waiting on your move. It is not about deserving. It is about responding. The moment you give him your total yes, without excuses, without delay, you will feel the momentum begin this week, this month. God will honor your movement. The answer is not waiting in heaven. It is waiting on your yes on earth. You have been waking up with a pressure you cannot explain. Every day feels heavier. Every hour feels shorter. That is not stress. That is spiritual urgency. Heaven is on a countdown, and your spirit can feel it. You do not need a prophet to tell you something is coming. Your soul already knows. That tension is not fear. It is your assignment. Awaken. Right now, God is pushing his people into position, and you keep feeling that inner push because he is trying to prepare you before the moment hits. He is not giving you fear. He is giving you foresight. The clock is ticking, but instead of running in panic, you are being called to move in precision. You are not behind. You are being rushed into alignment. You keep hearing things in your spirit before they happen. You keep sensing emotions that are not even yours. That is because God has heightened your discernment for this hour. The urgency in your soul is the spiritual alarm for your generation. You were never called to blend in. You were born to be the alarm. In the next few days, do not ignore the pressure. Let it move you into action. Pray when you feel stirred. Fast when you feel unclear. Speak when you feel fire. Heaven's countdown is not about destruction. It is about divine release. And your obedience will either align you with it or leave you behind it. Lately, everything has been interrupted. Your schedule, your habits, your usual peace. It has all been flipped, and you have been trying to fight to get back to normal. But here is truth. God is breaking your routine because that rhythm no longer serves your purpose. You cannot walk in new authority with old rhythms. Right now, God is reordering your flow, your sleep patterns, your timing, your priorities. Why? Because he is removing what drained you and making room for what will launch. The interruptions are not chaos. They are realignment. He is not destroying your life. He is remaking your lifestyle to match your man. The shift feels uncomfortable, but it is necessary. God is building in you a divine rhythm that moves with spiritual time. You have been living by lot, and now God is moving you by spirit. Every disruption you have faced is a sin. You have outgrown your old seat. The familiar routine is too small for what is about to. So stop clinging to comfort. Stop trying to re-enter patterns God has already shed. In the next few days, follow the interruption. They are instructions. Flow with the new. Walk in the new pace. This is not the end of your routine. It is the birthing of your spiritual. There has been a strange silence around you lately. People are not calling like they used. Friends feel distant. Social circles are You have even wondered, God, did I do something wrong? But here is the truth. You are not being you are being positioned. God has cleared the not to isolate you but to prepare you for a visitation. The reason you feel alone is because heaven is about to speak something that only The distractions had to be silent. The noise had to be removed. God is creating sacred space, because what he is about to whisper cannot be shared with the crowd. This is upper room preparation. In scripture, miracles did not in the crowd. They happened in the quiet. Elijah heard the voice, not in fire or wind, but in the still small. And right now, you are in your whisper. God has cleared the odds, because what he is about to say is only for the anointed. In the next few days, embrace the stillness. Do not chase what. Do not fill the silence with noise. Something holy is entering yours, and only a cleared room can. This loneliness is really divine intimacy in disguise. He is not abandoning you. He is about to visit. You thought it over. You prayed. You believed, and then the door slammed. It felt like failure. But God is saying today, that door did not close to you. It closed to root you, and the opening is coming again, but it will look completely different than what you expected. Right now, behind the scenes, God is reconstructing the accident. The opportunity was not denied. It was delayed for redesign. What you were chasing was wrong, but the version you thought you needed was not. God had to close the door so he could open the one that leads to your real promise.